Hi, my name is Asia.
It's your boy Toon here.
And you're listening to I Hate It Here podcast.
Where fucked up people talk about fucked up problems.
Because therapy is too fucking expensive.
This is true.
Well,
I almost folded.
so this evening, what we have for you, we got a treat for you this evening. If you just hit for your PPP, you know what I'm saying? You really never had this much bread ever in life. You really like, I'm rich, bitch! You don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You tricking the money off. Everybody needs some. You helping everybody pay their bills, and it's starting to run low. You like, damn, what do I do? Someone got you. Today, we got somebody who's an expert in investment, in business operations. My dude knows his way around the cryptocurrency space as well. So I'd like y'all to welcome to the stage my man Ranso, aka Rich.
We're gonna do music.
My music.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Young Boy.
We're not doing So tell us a little bit about yourself. So you're actually the first guest that I don't know. Toon brought you on. All the other ghosts are my friends.
Okay.
So I know you guys, the young black excellence of money. And, you're a little spicy on Twitter.
I've heard this.
You don't, hold your tongue. You might be trolling people out there. Is that true? Are you a troller?
A little bit of sarcasm on Twitter. Try to keep it.
Have you been in Twitter jail?
Oh yeah, back then a lot. Yeah, I'm like a Twitter veteran. Like I got the scars and everything. Like, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm back from the old Twitter days.
So tell us how you got into the space that you're in now. So off camera, you're talking about how people need you before, and how you're transitioning into your space now.
Right. Okay, so where I am now. So the sequence of events is I have a day job. They don't pay me enough to give them a shout out, but
listen, I ain't trying to play with none of you hoes. I'm dead ass serious.
I have a day job, and it was a apprenticeship, and I was getting right towards the end, and I got into a crazy accident, and the truck blew up. Didn't hurt me like crazy, but I fell, it wasn't life or death in the sense that I was on fire, and it's just I don't know how to explain it, but basically it was a bad accident.
And you just recovered like that?
No, I'm actually still hurt. I'm still going through it now, so that's part of the story. So, accident at work. Me and my friends, we've always kind of been options traders. I learned a little while back, and I put all my friends on. I'm like, yo, this is a way to invest without having to put up so much money. And we just went over that for maybe a year and a half, and then the pandemic hits, the market crashes. I knew enough to know, well, when the market crashes, this is your chance to get a lot of money. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out. Mm-hmm. So, we started getting back into the options. We're still basically new traders, so how volatile it is now, we weren't necessarily ready. So we'll make a little money, get clapped. Make a little money, get clapped, and then I took some time off. Now, fast forward, after the accident, I'm sitting home. I got a lot of time. I just put some money in Apple. That did nice. I said, you know what? Let me open the charts up. And man, I went on a crazy run. Me and all my friends were making money week in, week out, and it's just what do I do with this? So I always wanted to open up a studio because I also rap. Okay. And I've been a rapper and a producer before all of this. So
what type of rap are you? Are we a conscious rapper? Are we Blueface, Young Boy?
Nah, I mean,
we Kodak, the next Kodak?
I'm definitely East Coast rapper.
Okay.
I got bars. I got some, but more so like how you would see Ross, it's still Southern, but he got bars type.
Okay.
It's that, but and it's not corny too. I get on any beat and we can have fun, but. Yeah, so I spent my time with that, but I kind of got, being a local rapper, it gets old no matter how much momentum you got, know. So I took some time off. I said, let me just take a break from rap. We got some other investing things. We do something called the Miami Boys Pool Party in Tallahassee. So we were kind of running with that. That had momentum, so we just kind of put more energy behind that. Coming back into now, I'm like, hey, I got a lot of capital. I might as well invest into the studio. So now we have a production studio. We have Roots Printing, Roots Clothing line. It's all in one big building.
Bang.
Yeah,
big. So are you single here for all my ladies?
Nah, I'm not.
Don't slide in his DMs. We do not promote black men cheating.
Right, because they don't. But, get you a good black man.
So do black men cheat?
Still out here, huh?
Do black men cheat?
At what? Like games?
I'm legally blind. At relationships.
I don't think so. I don't think you can throw that out like just the overall general black men cheat. I think, most of the ones that I know don't. So
okay. So none of the black men you know.
If I'm going off my hemisphere,
gotcha.
Then no, they don't cheat.
From experience.
They're all great people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't recall a black man cheat.
Gotcha.
Oh, nah, I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Matter of fact, I'm blind in my left eye.
No. See, that man just got up on a stand.
The first episode, he admitted that black man.
See, look, I'm a host, so I can't really.
You're a what?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm a host of this show.
I thought you said something else. I'm not gonna like you.
No, I didn't say that. But yeah, I'm a host of the show, so I can't be biased. You know what I'm saying? I can't
lie. Can't lie.
Not lie, because he didn't lie. He got on the stand, and he did not incriminate nobody.
Okay.
Salute. I gotta salute that. He's not a host. You gotta do the same thing from the feminine perspective for our listeners and for our audience.
You gotta spin it.
But bruh just did what you're supposed to do. When you get on the show and you get put in pressure.
Can I pressure you? I ask you a simple question.
I'm always ready.
So let's get straight into it. You already know what it is. It's everybody's favorite section of the show. Higher learning.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
So I heard you talk a little bit about options.
Right.
And people like me don't know what the fuck that means. So can you get into what is options? Options trading, that's what it's called?
Options trading. Options is a part of stocks. It's just a different type of avenue of trading stocks. I say all street niggas should retire and do options because they've been hiding this from us forever. If you are willing to take a risk, a little bit more higher risk than what trading normal stocks are, with like tremendous upside, options are for you. So that's the way to go.
So how does it work? Like, or you say take a risk. So I bet 10 bands in the stock market, and I'm hoping it double back. Double, like,
yeah.
Somebody in the street perspective, that's kind of their perspective on a flip. So I put 10, I'm getting 20 back. Does the stock market work?
This is the only thing that does that, to where like a street dude would respect it, because nothing else does that. So it's like, it's been times where I've turned $200 into $10,000.
Okay. Damn.
Not maybe in one move, but just, following a stock, and I caught it at the right time.
That's in like a series of like how long? Turn that to.
That was my best move, and that was like a week and a half when I kind of noticed what was going on, jumped on, rode the wave, and yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hey, I got some people who want to invest in you, sir.
Nah, yeah, hey, look.
So do you do any type of classes?
So
can we learn from you?
Yeah, we're trying to work on something that it kind of gets you up to speed. So like where I am with stocks now, it's like, I don't know if you know anybody who speaks like 2 languages. You know what I'm saying? It's like I speak the language of stocks, and it's like I can tell you, but you got to be able to understand it. So what we started at our production studio, every once in a while I do free stock classes just to get you up to speed, learn the lingo. We're trying to build on that, and once you get there, then I can get you more into the strategy of it, technical analysis, fundamental analysis. Really, my main focus is psychology, because it's really just like a game. They try to make it seem like it's more than what it is, but it's a game. It's a lot of people playing, manipulating, and if you can like rise above the noise and see what's going on, you can make some real like crazy money.
for our audience, the people who are still real fresh to this stock thing, could you give us like a couple of like I guess vocab words, buzzwords that when we hearing people like you talk about it, we can kind of at least know what you're talking about instead of just sounding like wah, 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 wah. Can you give us like 2 or 3 vocabulary words real quick and tell us what it means so that we can kind of be a part of the conversation?
So when you hear somebody say it's bullish, that means the overall trend of the stock is going up. So like stocks go 3 ways. They go up, they go sideways, and they go down. When the stock is bullish, it's on an uptrend. So for somebody like me, if somebody talking bullish or someone making a bullish move, that's the best way I like to trade stocks. Show me where it's at, and I'm gonna attack that. You'll hear a lot of people say buy the dip, or everybody's having fun with stocks now. Buy the fucking dip. The dip is when people do the sell-offs and you feel like it reached a level to where it's not going down anymore. You buy the dip.
Too much dip on your chip.
Too much dip. And then like that's where like the black people and shit, we come in and we make it cool, and now it's like you said, too much dip on your chip. That'll be a joke and shit like that. But the basis is, the stock comes down, you want to catch it when it's low, buy the dip.
Catch it back on up.
Yeah.
Make your money on the way back up.
And for me, cause I try not to use too much like stock vernacular, cause I feel like it's just words that dance around how simple this shit is.
What's a put? I hear that a lot.
A put is being bearish is when the stock goes down. So people who trade bearish like to trade puts. So they basically, in a nutshell, bet on the stock going to a lower price.
So if the stock is at 10, I'm betting it on it going to 950. I'm putting a put. Did it go down to 950? So if it's at 110, you could put it like, let's say, all right, well, I think it's gonna go down to here. So you might say, I'm gonna put a put in at 100. I think it's going lower than that. You know what I'm saying? So those are people who just basically bet on the stock going down. I prefer to bet on it going up. So we're considered bullish because bulls strike up. That's the whole term. And bears, they swat down. So their power is down, our power is up. So yeah, I got it.
So it's like, it's not really crazy. It's just, they like it. CNBC, and they bullshit. They use a lot of words for no reason.
But that just put me on game. Like now at least I know what people talking about.
Yeah, just little, and we try to keep it like, not say street like in a corny way, like we trying to make it too street, but it's like we use the terms we use. So like, when you have an option go bad, we'll say, oh, it's getting smoked, or it's in the dirt, you know what I'm saying? Or same like street terminology, or we printing today, like, same shit we say in the street, we say it that way. So like when we are teaching people, they can latch on to that faster than all these fucking technical terms that almost kind of mean the same shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to make it. Like I really try to make the investing education like tailored to our people, like, because the shit is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. I see why a lot of people don't get into it, but it took me a while to break that line of like, yo, this shit sound like Spanish. So like literally one day I got on YouTube and there was another guy, I'm just like in college, just like listening to these shits, and then one day I just got it. After putting in the work.
What's the most money that you lost investing in the stock market?
And like a time frame, 35K.
Damn!
Like,
sounds college fun right there.
Yeah, that hurt. That was my first big L, and that shit like kind of got to me mentally, but that put me on the path to understanding the mental game of stocks. I'm like, why do I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I just lost the Super Bowl or some shit like that.
Was this when you were with, so you're not single? Or you have a girlfriend?
No,
I don't want to disrespect, you have a girlfriend, you have a wife, like...
Fiance.
Mm-hmm. So is this when you're with your fiance?
Yeah.
How does she feel about this? Or does she even know?
My fiance is like oblivious to me going through any kind of like turmoil with that, because she's just so confident in me.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
It's like, if I don't say nothing, she don't know.
The wifey out there.
Yeah, that's wifey right there.
Because the shit, I gotta still take care of it. I don't give a fuck if I lose 35. It's not the 35K for the bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there doing my thing. So, and if it was, I'll go find another way to get it. So, she's like, she's there. She's like, well, you should have made sure you. I said, all right, I know. Nobody want to hear they should have, but it's true. So like, that taught me to kind of leverage my stock trading and my options trading a different way, kind of do some more planning for the future versus just short-term risky bets, which I was killing, but it's a time and a place, you know what I'm saying, for both. So
speaking about planning for the future, I was talking about like people out here doing, if I just caught me a sweet lick,
right,
my PPP just hit, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, I got a sweet number right now and I'm just running it up. How do I get in? Like, is it Robinhood, an app? Like, do I hire a broker and I give him my money and he does it for me? Like, how does somebody enter the stock trade?
My thing is, my philosophy, and which it ain't, I'm not a financial advisor, but I got a different philosophy on investing and all that shit. So, for one, you should never feel comfortable putting your money in somebody else's hand without at least the knowledge of what are they doing with it. Like, we all go and say, oh, I got a 401k and all this, and then, yeah, I made this in my 401k, and it's like, yeah, they charging you this and that, and they leveraging your money to make more money on the back end and this and that, and then honestly, you can go and just trade the S&P 500 on the stock alone, not get super deep into it like me, and still make more money than a lot of other investment your jobs put you into, and vastly outpace it, because you keep reinvesting your money, and then as you learn investing, you'll learn, oh, I can do this with my house, and I can do this and do that, and by the time you look up that 30, 35 year career you thought you was gonna have, shit, 10 years done passed, and you're like, yo, I'm up. You know, I got like 6, 7, 8 houses. I got I trade stocks. I may have gotten to a different level to where I can do 15,000 a month, 20,000 a month guaranteed. You get what I'm saying? And you just that philosophy of like just betting on yourself, like that's what I try to push now. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, going back, it's like, dog, you get some money in your hand, you need to learn how to make that money more. You know what I'm saying?
So the first step, I need to know myself what I'm doing in the stock market with money.
Right. Having a game plan. Like, what are your goals? Like, right now they'll say, okay, GameStop today, and you're like, oh, and you'll call your homie, like, what do I do? And it's like, you don't even have a plan. Like, you gotta have a plan. What do you do?
How much money I'm trying to make?
Do I live off this? Is this only investing for the future without my basic, you know what I'm saying, income? Does this affect my day-to-day income? All that shit matters. Like, I trade for a living, and I trade for the future, and I trade for investments I got coming up. More so for a living and active investing now in stuff that I feel like can take care of me later, than just to say, hey, I'm gonna retire in Palm Beach. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, when you like an entrepreneur and shit like that, you really never want to stop doing what you're doing. So you ain't planning for retirement. You just planning to like make sure all the shit you need is coming together so you can keep like building or creating or whatever. So.
Do you think people that don't have the entrepreneur mindset that you have planning for the future? We were talking about this, how us as millennials, I guess. How old are you?
I'm 32.
You still?
So yeah, I'm
Wait, are you like, you kind of at the cusp?
Yeah, I'm the transition millennial.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of like the 80s people.
What
Old school.
what generation is that?
I mean, a lot of people in the 80s. What millennial starts at 84. So most people.
Yeah, they millennials.
Anyway, but it's just that front end.
They just don't want to say
All
it.
the wild ass generation too.
Yeah, I don't want to be. You don't want to be a millennial. You don't want to be character.
The front end of being a millennial is a little bit different than like people born in the 90s and shit. Right?
This fact.
So like people born in, I feel like people born in the 90s are a lot more emotional, in tune with their emotions than we were allowed to let ourselves be. It was all get money, hustle, do this, do that, versus like, you know, shit, young niggas now is like they move off however they feel, which is a great thing because it's like changing shit, you feel me? But we're like kind of like that, but we still kind of live by the old like principle, like, oh, I gotta get this bread though too, you know what I'm saying? Well, some of these motherfuckers are like, yo, I'm finna live with mom and I'm finna go fucking protest all over the country.
Look at me. Hey. I'm a suburban.
I see a lot of young niggas, like you said, doing what they want to do and it end up crashing out too. Like I see.
It's a balance though.
I see like in our generation, we kind of got away from where people were in the 80s. You kind of have like that grandma, grandfather, older figure that kind of sets some type of moral fiber for you. The younger generation more had parents at work, parents in jail, whatever the situation, where it's kind of, they're raising themselves. Them in the media are raising themselves. So it's really whatever's popping right now, that's what we doing. If it's shoot niggas, shit, then we shoot niggas. If it's swiping, then we swiping. Whatever it is, if it's dancing, is cool, and that's how we getting girls. Like, I see today's society, it's really not a tomorrow thought process. It's really just, I'm coming outside, from my perspective and what I see in the young people I interact with. It's really just, they come outside and they in a wave of whatever's going on today. I feel like.
Now, I said something the other day about, it's, you know, it's like, it's a lot of shit going on now, and it is the music, and the crazy thing is, like, I'm a fan of all the music that might be causing a problem too, but I'm not a fan of it being, like, lived out. But, I mean, shit, dog, I grew up really, really heavy on, like, Jay-Z and all these niggas, you feel me? And I know that type of influence. I'm a money first nigga, you feel me? No matter what I did in the streets and all that, it was always money first. It's never just like, oh, I'm gonna go get some get back and all this shit like that, because it wasn't about that. It only came to like violence or some shit when it was like literally at the precipice, like, yo, this is the only way it can go. Where these niggas kind of, they just geared to do it, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all their fault, you feel me? But it just is what it is. And they are a product of their music. Once, as we started to get deeper now, music got back hard and got harder, you know what I'm saying? And I'm old enough to kind of like, yo, this shit, I could listen to New York drill and then go home and be a dad. But like, these niggas are they're shaping, and as a teenager, you're shaping yourself with this shit. So I'm shaping myself on Jay-Z, and look what I am, an entrepreneur, street guy who do investments. And then I'm looking at somebody 23 right now, and it's like, they grew up when drill and all this shit started coming out, and these niggas get money and shit too, but they like, they a different type of
all this shit away right now.
Yeah, it's like, this is life.
Like, everybody with it, but they really with it, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a product of the music, but at the end of the day, you know, that's not solely the responsibility of the artist, because the young niggas who were making that music, which I love all of it, was just painting their story, you know what I'm saying? Painting their pain. And in a way, these young niggas, they're not leaving out of mansions and coming doing it. These niggas is growing up the same way as these. And these are their idols, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a little bit older, so I'm not a part of it, but I can relate to it, you know what I'm saying? We know wild niggas like that growing up, and we know what circumstances made niggas like that. That music shit just an amp right now, though. It's making them like, yeah, you certified when you start spinning, or when you doing this and like that. It's a requirement. So now it's like, oh, I gotta do that shit, you feel me?
Like, getting money, taking care of your family, that ain't really...
It's so much more fun. Like, listen, street niggas, if y'all listen to this podcast, being a money street nigga is way more fun. And you just be tough when you need to be. But you want to go on trips, you want to go to the fucking grocery store and buy lobster for the party and not worry about who the fuck outside and shit like that. But y'all getting too much money for that.
Let me know. Tell me your top 5 favorite rappers. That's all I need to know what type of person you are.
Damn. Right.
Alive. Make it a little better. Easier.
Okay. One, Jay-Z, I get out of the way. I don't gotta be respectful with that one. Rick Ross.
Okay.
Fun fact, Rick Ross was the first person to discover me. So,
Discovery,
and that's the homie, yeah.
Oh,
So I always knew he was gonna be what he is. So it's kind of like cool watching that journey.
This homies with Rick Ross.
Rocco. It's a certain type of nigga know what kind of like respect Rocco deserves. And if you know, you my type of nigga, you feel me? I fuck with you. But Rocco is like, Future is a great artist, but without Rocco, the Rocco element, Future may not have been what Future is. A lot of that swag shit that came out in Atlanta was Rocco. A lot of way niggas make music was based off of how Rocco made music. So It's definitely one of my favorites. Shit.
You got 2 more.
Let me see. So I already covered my
They been playing and comment.
Nah, all right. So let me see.
Right.
So let me go to the West Coast. Nah, I ain't gonna just go to the West Coast. Let me see. Damn.
Your top 5.
Who you listening to?
Who I'm listening to right now?
No, who your top 5?
Your top 5
all
who,
time?
Who you listen to?
Damn. Y'all making this shit hard. Y'all know I really love rap. I listen to a lot of shit. Fuck, this is a hard ass question. Okay, Wayne. Wayne was very influential in my life, so I'm gonna give him that spot. And
You got 1 pick left. That'd be the hardest.
that's the hardest.
Mine always changes.
Because I know when I leave,
I
I'm
kinda
like, you
throw
should
it.
have said this. Because I know it's like some off person that's nobody's favorite rapper. That's mine, but I don't know, man. I was like a whole bunch of weird shit. So, damn, dog. We gonna come
Give
back
us
to that.
a
favorite
weird
weird rapper.
Yeah, you didn't give us no weird rapper.
Fuck it. All right, my last one gonna be a new person. I really like Trippie Redd as a rapper.
I wasn't going to assume you said that one.
Yeah.
You were all like, everything that you were saying is like, okay,
Yeah.
I understand. All this, I didn't think.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. That shit grew on me, and it's like before he kind of made like more of his new age shit that I like too. He had like a nice little kind of rock to it when he first started. I never heard a bad Trippie Redd project to me, so that's like one of my favorites. But of course, I like all that street shit too. 2 G's, I like that nigga. Smoke Coach the Ghost.
I don't know what to cheese.
Music can tell me how old you are,
Oh,
where
nah.
you're from, your mentality, and like what you care about. So with your Jay-Z being your first one, you can tell that you're in the beginning of millennial. I'm not saying you're old,
I was born in '88.
but you're not young.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
That's when Hov had the gold grill.
That's definitely still young. We ain't doing that. When I'm 30, I'm still young. 30.
Look, 30.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not finna be the one like, oh, we're trying to, because everybody's not having the best life at 30.
Oh, for sure.
But if you handle up and you start at catch speed like around 27 and you kind of got it balanced and you are healthy, 30 is way better, especially for dudes. You should look forward to 30.
No one that's 20. We're in 2021.
Maybe
no one that's
heard that,
2021 is not gonna say
Hey,
Jay-Z.
y'all heard.
No, yeah,
Again,
for sure.
every camera.
Yeah, you were born in the 2000s. You can't even name like Jay-Z.
Y'all niggas.
You was born in 2000?
If you stay your young ass out the streets,
If
y'all
you're
heard this
21,
man.
You were born in the 2000s.
If you stay your young ass out of jail and don't get killed long enough to see 30, bro, life gets better.
I'm going to throw Ye on my fifth.
Okay.
Just to balance me out.
So who do you kick out?
You know, I gave Trippie Redd the young nigga.
Okay,
salute.
so-
So I'm going to put him back to, honors. And I'm going to put Ye in there. So I can
Okay.
balance some shit out. Because I definitely grew up on Ye. Yeah, that's like, all those people probably had the most influence on me musically. So, yeah, that works out.
Yeah, I can tell where you're from. Well, at least what region you're from.
Yeah.
You're from like more the south. I mean, you said Jay-Z, but for someone to say Rick Ross,
Yeah,
you're probably from the south.
you would think that, but I feel like that's more of a
Who else did you
answer.
say? You said okay.
So that's definitely a southern answer.
Mm-hmm.
And Ye. So that's like just being
Yeah.
a creative. I think all
Yeah.
creatives.
Fuck with you.
He's up there for all of us. He done did everybody's thing. So we're definitely Ye.
I got a question for both of y'all. So, like, we all experienced in March last year, like, the whole world shutting down and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people who believe, like, our economy is very fragile,
Okay.
and something like that. I don't feel like it's the last time we're gonna see something like that.
Okay.
So where we gotta, as an economy or as a nation, kind of disassemble or get used to a different normal.
Mm-hmm.
what do y'all have any plans, or does anything, like, y'all have anything in place for if some shit like that would happen again? Like, say COVID 2021 comes out and it's back to, okay, only essential workers, stay in the house, you can only buy 2 pieces of toilet paper. Like, do y'all have any plans in place, or even thoughts in place, like if some shit like that goes down?
So personally, I worked a 9 to 5 when I got furloughed, and I was one of the key people to make the career, like the job running. So I understand that my job is, they don't care or whatever. So, but me being as a creative and what I do is very essential for everything. So I'm a web designer, I do branding and graphic design and stuff like that. If you notice, everyone now has a business because of COVID and stuff like that. So it's only going to go up more. Like, the people that I didn't get on the first wave, like, damn, I need to work for myself, and I need all these things. I need a website, I need a logo, I need to know my core audience and all that stuff. That's where I come in. So I think just working for myself and stuff like that, I think I should be straight. Because now that I have the mentality that, like, I don't need a 9 to 5, and my 9 to 5 don't give a fuck about me. So yeah.
Yeah, I got like a weird, like, tinfoil hat cryptic answer for this, because this is just me observing the world. So COVID is definitely real, of course, because people have died from it and all that. We way past that. The scale of panic, that's still not for sure like was necessary. And if it was some kind of plan, which it seems like, because everything's flowing smoothly into a new direction, I think they didn't calculate the fact that when you kind of untethered people from what was normal, that they might not necessarily run or go back. And they just fucked everything up. Like, I am laughing at this whole, I call it the fast food squeeze, because now the value of a fast food job is going up because nobody want to go back. If you're 20 and you did exactly what I did, you're like rich. Well, in the same time frame they laid you off. Why you can probably go buy one. You get what I'm saying? So that's dead now. You know what I'm saying? A fast food job is going to be a skilled labor job now. It's going to get to a point where it's like, oh, now we're hiring from culinary schools and shit because we have to. But it was always enough money to pay that. And now everybody's aware that it's like, it was enough money out here to, like, live if you want to. So now going from that to this next thing, I'm reading a book now called, I think it's called The Fourth Turn or Fourth Coming or something like that. But it's basically saying that life is cyclical, and it's like 4 set things that kind of happen every time. We start here. And I'm still reading the book, but long story short, this guy kind of predicted that this time would be the age of disruption. And it's like, he's like, oh, this book is interesting as fuck. Like, the millennials will be the heroes because we got to go fight the war, whatever the war is. It might be a spiritual, financial, it might be a real war, whatever. And the kids behind us, the Gen Z, are gonna like usher a new age, because like I was just saying, they're so open-minded, open with their emotions. He said things are supposed to open up for them to go start a new journey. And I'm like, yo, that's a dope theory. And then, but I'm looking at what's going on now. I'm like, yo, this theory kind of hitting. Like, believe you me, I trade stocks every day, but that market is gonna crash. You know, I'm just trying to get up before that happens. But that's definitely gonna happen. And then now with the digital and crypto dollars and everything like that, there's gonna be a transition from the old money to the new money. And with that, nobody's safe. So like, it's gonna be rich motherfuckers lose it all, and it's gonna be poor motherfuckers like we seeing now go from I ain't got shit to 100K, 500K, millions. It's motherfuckers literally who started trading this year in like tens of millions of dollars. And like this whole short squeeze thing now, every dollar you make off that literally is coming from a misstep from where the market is manipulated as fuck. And somebody caught on. Everybody has the internet now. We caught on. It's even to the point with this AMC shit, they were selling it off, and what normally would have made everybody just jump ship we already know the game now. It's like, nope, we're gonna buy that dip too. And then the shit went crazy. So like now it's like, I keep saying this is like a financial, I'm happy to be in this one, you know what I'm saying? But everything is fucking changing now, but it's for the good though, you know what I'm saying? And the young dudes, we gotta just stop them from going fucking crazy and get them back motivated and saving turtles and shit. And
you said saving turtles and shit?
Yeah, you know, they take the straws for the turtles. So, you know, we got paper straws and shit now. But that's what the young niggas want. You know, they want the turtles. We're gonna drink out these straws.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got a straw in my nose. I can breathe further. What's fucking wrong with that turtle?
But yeah, man, we gotta open up and let them lead the way. But we also got a chance right now that everybody keeps saying this phrase, life-changing money. It's really out there. I am here, that's part of my testament. Yes, last year was life-changing fucking money. Mm-hmm. Fast. You just gotta fucking pay attention, learn, and get out there and stock shit where it's at. Or even your business, whatever your fucking dream was, just start doing this shit.
I got the like kind of pessimistic approach. Like, I feel like this shit going down. Like,
oh, it's going down
fast. I feel like, and this is my personal opinion from what I've researched, what I studied. But whenever a government stimulates its own economy with printing money or just making money instead of stealing it from another country or building up its own personal resources and selling it, exporting to other countries, what happens is the money becomes devalued. So like right now you see before COVID, a few years before COVID, McChicken or McDouble was 99 cents. Now they be on its way to $2.
Right.
It's the same ingredients, same process to run it. It costs the same to pay the people. The only difference is the amount of money that we printed from the time that it was 99 cents to now in some states it's about $2.
Right.
Is inflation. We keep printing this money, so the money is devalued, so it takes more dollars to buy the same shit.
Right.
I'm running a produce business. So I'm running to the grocery stores and shit, like buying shit in bulk. And so I'm watching shit like lemons in a matter of weeks going from 23 cents, 33 cents, 43 cents, 50. I'm like,
yeah,
this is the same fucking lemon. Like this is the same lemon I was buying 3 months ago. So I feel like I'm a nut. I'm what you would call a nut. I got close to maybe 100 pounds of rice, beans, salt, curry powder, jerk seasoning. Right. Like, and people think I'm crazy. Like, y'all probably think like, this nigga, I'm sitting on the couch with a fucking fool right now.
Nah, do you?
We on the same page?
But to me, I've seen this happen before where our economy was super, super strong. We scared everybody because we whoop ass in war or whatever the case may be. And then we go completely flat ass broke. I feel like that shit is coming right now. And I feel like we're going to another war. Like,
no, we gotta have some kind of confrontation. But that just get the money back flowing. That's the only reason we for sure going to a war. But
that's what we think.
I say that to say, like, going back just how my little philosophical view of life and just from reading all the time, there's a concept of power being stronger than force. And in the US and all this shit, they force us to do everything. They forced us to be 9 to 5. They forced us to do all this shit. And in that book it says power always overcomes force. You know what I'm saying? Love and this and just, you know, just the genuine how we're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So you only can force some shit so long. That's why Rome can't last forever. That's why. But you don't hear about like a lot of these indigenous societies and shit like that where it's like, you know, they'll die out because natural things can happen, but they don't have them type of problems. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is the shit get too big, somebody become the boss. It's easy as fuck to get greedy, being the boss, and then he empowers somebody else to be greedy, and then now it's a hierarchy of structure and greed, and then the shit topple because you can only force all the people at the bottom into doing shit so long. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like everybody fucking waking up. It's like, nah, I ain't doing that. And going to what you said, I bought a shitload of guns because I thought about the food shit first, but I'm like, motherfuckers ain't gonna be out here just playing nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get my guns and shit first.
The fuck you doing here, nigga? Identify yourself. Who the fuck are you?
But then I also started to grow into, that's why I do a lot of traveling, and going out into nature now, because I'm like, shit, I'm a nut like you. I'm like, let me get used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me learn how to fish and hunt and all this shit again.
Yeah.
But I definitely went and got guns first. And that was a great investment too, because guns went up as soon as I started buying guns. Right?
It's so
guns that tripled in price.
Boy, it's so expensive to go get a Glock 40 right now.
Shit.
A fucking 9, just a little something, but they want everything trying to take your head off the pot.
Yeah, but it's a way. So they going off of just that FOMO shit matter in the market, the matter in, you know, that's why the news scare the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be scared all the time and stressed all the time. I don't pay attention to that shit no more. And like, you know, this is like the best time of my life ever. I wake up, I do yoga, I smoke, drink tea, trade stock.
King shit right there.
And then, hey, I might have a day I made 5,000 in that day. Call McGray, hey, y'all want to go to fucking Billy Stone Crab because we enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? When that money go away and money low, shit. We was talking about it earlier. I fast a lot of shit. I'm not high maintenance. But I know how to cover my bases to where it's like, yo, we got a roof over our head, we got everything we need, we get chill. Because the money always come back. And that bitch come back and then you do the same thing over. You know, it's like enjoying the happiness when it's there instead of just like lusting over being happy all the time. That's not a real thing. Because you can't be happy all the time. You know, so when it's time to be happy and you in the moment and shit like that, like I understand what people say with this phone shit now. Because you don't, like, if you're at your friend's birthday party, right, and they super excited and it's like you splitting time with trying to show the shit and y'all never gonna have this moment again. So now I think about it like that, I'm like, all right, yeah, I might want to put my phone down. Because this moment ain't coming back, you know? Yeah, that's what fucking pandemics do. People become philosophers and start thinking about all this shit because they can't do nothing. So how can you go back to normal? You know, everybody thinks that, which I think too, like, this is a simulation now.
Genius.
Because everybody's like caught wind of like, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something off. Then there's the alien shit and it's like, is it really them or is like y'all trying to distract us again? Because we kind of don't care to be distracted. That's why that shit didn't hit like that.
Talk about the government revealing that UFOs are real.
But you know what's crazy? I did see some crazy shit in the sky like a couple weeks ago. Like no lie G shit. Like, it was fucked up. It's on YouTube too. It was like a flash over Miami. That damn sure was. They said it was a meteor or something. It wasn't a meteor, but who fucking knows what it is?
I know. I'll tell y'all. I said it on the podcast. I think I'm fucking crazy.
What is it?
It's UFOs aren't UFOs. They're planes. This is a regular ass plane. It's like not an alien or a Martian or a ET, and that bitch is a motherfucker in that bitch that look like me and you. And they're all Japanese pilots. They all come from, basically they're taking on their children and they're taught how to fly these planes. These planes don't have steering wheels, they don't have like pedals. They move in any direction. They move at the speed of light in any direction, of a 360-degree direction. So that's why you see, like, on camera, this shit looks kind of fucked up. But if you seen it in person, so what you seen on YouTube didn't look like what you saw in person.
No, when I seen on YouTube, I thought like somebody nuked us, and I literally was like with some shit like it's over. It was that bright in the sky, but it didn't make a noise.
So
that shit was crazy.
They can hover, they can stop, they can go in any direction, they can go underwater. But there's always been technology like that around the planet. The world we live in isn't the most modern that society's ever been in. But our governments try to play like, it's like the nigga in the club with the most money. You don't run the city, you just got the most money in this room.
Right.
That's what our governments do, but it's always been power outside of what the fuck we doing down here.
Right.
And you can believe me or not believe me, I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, human beings fly those planes. It's not aliens. Aliens didn't come here and like, a lot of people, I'm not knocking the Anunnaki theory, but human beings are capable of doing shit like the pyramids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just shit you may not understand.
Dog, I kind of agree with you because I'm not the person to Be like, hey, I know for sure that's not real. Because how arrogant is that? You know, I argue with people about that shit all the time. They're like, yeah, but that's not true. Like, how the fuck you know? Somebody told me, or I read it in the book. You know, you read a lot of fucked up shit in books, you know? So, but what you're saying, I mean, it's lining up with kind of the info they kind of give you, that the shit can't. You know?
So do you believe in aliens at all?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
What?
I believe in aliens.
So it's just not what we think. These things in that.
Yeah, no, like Martians don't come here.
Don't fuck with us.
They would need. We're the most advanced civilization in the universe. Human beings are. It says that in the Bible.
Not aliens.
It says that in the Bible. Man is the highest creation that God made. So anything that you see that's so amazing, that's us. Because we're like his, like we're his show off. You get what I'm saying?
But is it the soul, like our souls,
just like
or
us?
is it this vehicle? I don't think this the highest grade of, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Stake on the. I think it's our souls might be his ultimate creation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still kind of, you look at it as like, how I know it's a lot of shit. Like again, we just the richest nigga in the room, but nigga, I can't swim like a shark. I can't do this and I can't do that. And we try to downplay how smart they are when every year we find out something else we don't know about how fucking smart they are. So we just, like, I keep telling niggas, we only got thumbs. Like, a fucking raccoon has thumbs. Look how destructive those motherfuckers is. You can't just be giving out thumbs like that. You feel me? Because a dolphin with thumbs might be,
just passing that fucking thumbs.
You feel me? Thumbs. 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 That might be the ops. You feel me? If they had thumbs to do the shit. Because if you go and you really understand the ocean and shit, these fucking killer whales and dolphins, they dominate that shit like how we dominate up here. It's just so happened we got the advantage because the shit we create can catch these motherfuckers in the net. That's the only one up we got over there. So even that, I'm like, bruh, I don't even think we like A1 like that. I just think that the little shit inside of us, that's his best, you know, like creation. We just got it. You know, the dogs didn't get it. They got something, but they don't got what we got. You feel me?
Which is souls.
I don't want to say souls. I just think this level of a soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is always evolving, so we just got the cream of the crop of what his creation probably was. That's why it says the last day. We were made on, or the last day he worked. So imagine somebody going through all their drafts and shit, like, you know what, this the one. That might be us, but also in the Bible and all this shit, it say, like, it's other shit out there. It say it. It says, capital G God and talking to lowercase g gods with an S on it. In the Bible we read, and it's like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers skip past that, and now we owe them like, you know, what the fuck that mean? And then you go on YouTube and it's like, no, yes, God said he had a council of other higher beings. So it's like, why for me to sit here and say what's out there and what's not? I'm like, bro, a lot of the evidence started to add up when everybody's story come into place. You feel me? You start looking for commonality shit, you know?
No, that's fact. Even if you think about it, if you subscribe to that school of thought, then that tells you, like, even God don't just wake up and just do shit.
Right.
And don't even do it by himself. Counsel is when you got the camera ain't going. Counsel is when you take another motherfucker, you bounce shit off another motherfucker. If God do that, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we need to get better at doing that shit. Me personally,
for sure.
To start off with, I can't. As a generation, I don't feel like we do it well, but me personally, I could say, I definitely need to do better at seeking counsel, at planning before, okay, if I do this, what's the consequence? Playing chess instead of playing checkers out here for real.
Humans are supposed to live in a community, and everybody's supposed to rely on each other. The one we live in now, we kind of live in somewhat of a community where we close by, but we ain't together. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, like, what's stopping you and your nuclear family, like, even including your mom and dad, and, you know what I'm saying, you got a girl and they family all living together. Not necessarily in one tight house, but like, hey, we just buy 4 acres, and then you got a crib over here, I got a crib over here. That is fucking easy to do. But we've kind of just been guided enough to be like, yeah, we're part of a community, but this is yours and that's mine. You know what I'm saying? So people wake up And it's groups of people who hold on to their traditions. Like Jewish people, their traditions and their laws dictate the way they move in finance, also in spirituality. So it's built into them. It's not like, you know, I'm not just here. I don't know all the answers. I don't know if Jewish people did this. I don't do none of that shit. But I do know, looking at their religion, I'm like, yo, they are disciplined to their principles, and that's why they're able to make, like, money is a part of you learning in life, for sure. You know, taking care of your neighborhood, your community, you know, that marrying a good Jewish girl, even though that's, you should marry who you want to, but like that, just let's keep us together type thing. They practice that. And like us as black people, we just kind of like, we still trying to hold on to what normal feel like. You feel me? Like only a few of us got that. Like, what does it feel like to be normal? We the Huxtables, and then our kids can prosper. We like really the first generation or the second generation of people who just got a taste of that shit. And it's motherfuckers who got 500 years of normal, regular, family invested. Like all these names we hear, that's not the only people who are rich. Mm-hmm. The company I work for, of course, I serviced a lot of high-rise buildings. And one day I looked at how many windows it was, and I'm like, this is a lot of fucking buildings, units on the street. It's got to be more than rappers and football players than these motherfuckers. And my dentist, who's the homie, you know, he's not like some people they'll be a dentist and make 150, 200K, and that's it. This motherfucker has a dentist operation going. And I did him a favor and shit. I had to go to his house one time, and this motherfucker had a big ass house. And then I realized what type of shit he's running. He's a cool ass dude, but that was that mindset of just like, let me maximize this shit. And not just sit at, oh, okay, I got something. And then I'm a friend of his son, and I knew his son before him, and I went to his son's house, who fucking stayed in Brickell. Way before this shit was a wave for us, like 2013, 14. And I was like, yeah, this motherfucker do it. I met his dad. Oh, this shit makes sense. He's able to invest in his son to kind of chase his dream and shit.
So how do you think that looks like for black people?
I think that's coming. That's the next generation. Like the millennials and the Gen Z, we're going to really establish ourselves. It's been suppressed a long time, but it's like, you can't suppress information. Everybody just like, it don't got to be one big group no more. It could be 10 motherfuckers in this city, 100 in this city that just are like mine. They'll be the base of hopefully black influence if they cater to that. Yeah, we got cities like that. Like, you know, they have the Real Housewives of Potomac. I just realized Potomac is like a mostly black city of well-to-do people. I'm like, that's cool. You know, like shit like that. It's starting to come about. But I think now it's like more of a time where we kind of own our shit as far as ownership, investing, creating shit, owning the shit we create. So that's just gonna come now, you know. Or they won't have us as the product anymore.
Well, that's big.
June, what does that look like for black people in your head?
I feel like it's gotta get worse before it gets better. But I definitely agree with bro that the later generations are definitely gonna have, as we get more normalcy, they'll definitely have more access to that. We're not gonna continue to have these problems. I feel like we'll find our way out of it, just like we found our way out of the more severe problems we had. But I feel like right now, like the majority of our generation, the majority of the youngest out here, they're in a fucked up situation. They're not in that optimistic situation where they, you know what I'm saying? They're really no risk their entire life today not even for something for tomorrow, but to enjoy today. I feel like the mindset has to be broken, that kind of mindset. And it really,
it's on us to lead them though. Like, they're like, I ain't mean to cut you off like that. It's just, I'll say the Gen Z, cause they just a ball of energy, dog. Just unguided energy. It's gonna do whatever you aim it to do. And right now, I think right now it's just supposed to be fucked up. So we could just shake everything free, and then like we gotta develop okay, now we can go type shit. Unfortunately, like, I don't like this part if this is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? But everything is a wake up call in the last year, you know what I'm saying? And But it's shaking us free. Like again, like I keep stressing financially. Niggas is breaking free financially. This is the first time you've seen like you got homies who got 10K in their bank account. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, they kind of just chilling now. They ain't taking all that overtime and you know.
I'm seeing a lot of crash and hot shit, bro. Like I'm seeing a lot of niggas with money doing clown shit. Like
I ain't got no money. That money you be seeing me with on Instagrams, that be fake money, man.
South Beach 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When niggas went spraying choppers on South Beach, bro.
Yeah, this is a video game right now.
Bro, like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like, the money coming and it's fixing. People who didn't have the psychological problems, the money, they can move forward. Okay. But as a whole, 90, maybe 80%, somewhere between 80 and 90%, you give us some money, we finna act a fucking fool. Right. We not accessing generational wealth. Fuck that, bitch. Everyone, y'all pussy ass niggas ever try me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm showing y'all, like, I'm finna go, I'm getting wall to wall. I'm finna big chomp. You feel what I'm saying? I'm VVS. I'm going to grab the fork. Like, the mindset, that shit is strong, bro.
Yeah.
Then that 90% gonna whoop that 10% if that mindset don't change. And I feel like what's going to and it has to happen is trauma more tragedy. They probably gonna keep busting our ass wide open in broad daylight on camera. You want to go to jail. Yeah. But 72 of them, get paid leaving. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a war gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna trick off this money and gonna have to figure out more of the coming together and doing business. I feel like young niggas gonna keep smoking each other till niggas understand, bro. What the fuck I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more 20-year-old millionaires than 30-year-old millionaires right now. That I'm seeing. Right. And these niggas is killing each other. They not coming together and like, yeah, let's do a business. Yeah, you like diamonds, I like diamonds, let's get a business. They're like, what the fuck you said?
Certain shit.
I'm playing 50 on this nigga head tonight, bro. Go get this nigga tonight. This nigga in the city. Y'all better go get this nigga. I feel like tragedy has to come and humble that shit. And then after tragedy humbles that shit, then the 90% can have that mindset that you have that'll bring us out of that. Yeah,
it's everything gonna be birthed through disruption, bro. So unfortunately, the black mindset I think that I'm talking about we're going into, it might come from that type of fire. You feel me? Unfortunately, because I'm gonna say shit. I know the first time I really touched money, I feel like that shit had a spirit on it because I wasn't in my right mind too, and I got a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, how the fuck I blew that? That was crazy.
I'm broke.
Then I got it again. I blew it again. I got it again. I blew it again. I'm like, bro, what the So now I'm aware that because I'm starting, like, this is the birth of me getting into finances. I'm like, something ain't right because I'm trying to do right. And I can't. So, then I learned about habits. I was talking about habits. I started to undo habits. I learned to, like, very basic count all your bills out before I even like got, YouTube kind of shot up with all that info, but like back then it was just more so like music shit, or we only knew of it from music. Right. But something told me, yo, just count all the bills out, compare to the money you make.
A budget.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do I was thinking more family budget, but I'm like this and this. And now, but even that little shit was the journey to, like, I'm in accounting class. I take accounting classes now. You know what I'm saying? But the journey from just that little baby step of just like, let me see what's going wrong. And I looked at that shit. I'm like, yo, I make all this money and I probably got like 100 to myself after all the bills done creeped up on me for having a little luxury car, this big ass crib, buying shit anytime I want, going to club, I don't know how to fucking act. You know what I'm saying? But then I gotta go to work for a fucking extra 30, 40 hours on top of what I already work, be away from my family and my son and shit like that. And you don't know that all that shit wrong until you get to a space where you can step away from that shit and be like, yo, this ain't right. And I went to Puerto Rico. I'm kind of giving up more information, but I went to Puerto Rico when all the lights and shit went out from Hurricane Maria, and I lived there for 3 months. And that was a combo of me selling my time and being away from my family, but also like experiencing a different type of love from the people coming like, yo, you came to the rescue. And then being in the community there, and it's like, yo, this shit a fucking community. Like, I can walk in any of these houses right now and they're gonna feed me. G shit, no exaggeration. They're gonna cook a fresh meal for you. Every time we finish the whole block, by the time we got to the end, they throw a big ass party for us, every neighborhood. You feel me? Like, I'm like, yo, this like, that was like my first time starting to realize like what love and shit is. You feel me? I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers don't know us like that. But they just love us like this. And then, but then I got home, and then the other realization, I'm like, bro, I just took away 3 years of my kid's life. That, you know, you always get back and they doing some shit different. Like, yo, when you start doing that. So that taught me to kind of just, that was the year I probably made the most money I ever made at that job. And I'm like, that was a waste of fucking time. So the next year I started to balance it, like, what do I need? Okay, 30 hours of overtime don't really interfere with my kid's life. It's enough to have off the fun money, you know what I'm saying? That's cool with me. Another baby step. And then, you know, just like shit like that, learning how to just live like, all right, I'm only gonna pop out when it's time to pop out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chill, but when it's time to go to Disney, we're gonna save so much money, we can do the corny matching clothes.
From now on, solid colors when we go out. We look like a team, solid colors.
Stay in the actual Disney hotel instead of fucking Best Western and shit like that, like do the full experience. Then I started to learn about the moments and the experiences and shit. I'm like, yo, this is the fucking goal, you know what I'm saying? And by the time pandemic get, bruh, I'm talking about like, I'm like, this shit was so funny, like waking up as a family, cooking 3 times a day, doing yoga together, riding bikes together. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? I'm
yeah,
like,
you living the dream right now.
So I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what rich is. It's not the money, it's the being able to do this at all times. You know what I'm saying? Me being at home was like a gift and a curse. I had to go through what I had to go through with the accident, but it made me sit down, and I'm like, yo, this is what I would be making money for. And I don't need all the money in the world. I need the money to sustain this. And if it ends up being more, shit, it's gonna be flyer. More flyer shit, more flyer version of this. You know, little road trips we do on the weekends, you might be flying out every other weekend, you know what I'm saying? So now with that, you just learn like to love them like peaceful situations, the stress-free situations, like being in the moment at times, like that whole little road trip I just did, I'm like, yo, that was the most relaxing shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I seen so much shit, learned so much shit. And I'm like, bro, this is it. This is how life supposed to be. And it is a way for like people to live like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you might feel like you need $1 million and it's like, nah, bro, you probably really just need 150. And 150 is doable, you know what I'm saying? Your girl having an online shop, you having maybe 2 businesses for you that ain't too stressful, but like, nah, I want the 150 good, you know what I'm saying? I really only wanted a dope ass Benz, and my house that I got is okay. And then you like, why the fuck would I be stressing myself to get a big ass crib so we can't even see each other because everybody in fucking 3 different sides of the house.
So when it comes to you and your wife, would you consider yourself a high value man?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So was your wife with you before or after you were a high value man?
The whole time.
The whole time.
She had her own value that she brings to the table and for what we have. You know, we grew up together.
So was she there with you before the money or after the money? Or like during?
See, that's tricky because I've always been a get money nigga.
Okay.
So it's never really, if I talk like I've been broke, I'm talking from the perspective of broke from what I was used to.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that you're talking about that.
No, yeah.
Value. It's specific. Remember, this is a specific term or guideline for high value. So 6 figures.
Yeah, I assume that I shouldn't assume. When we say high value man, I mean making 6 figures.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't.
That's not like the only thing, but that's what everyone thinks. That's like number 1 on the list.
Main guideline.
Yo, so 6 figures. Let me help y'all. It ain't all that. Not really all that. Especially if you get it. The worst way to get 6 figures is from overtime. If you get 6 figures from just going to do Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, that's dope. Like, especially if you got like, it ain't a stressful job. 6 figures for the sake of 6 figures, it's just a number. I had those bragging rights for a while, you know what I'm saying? I hit that number a little. I've been hitting that shit for a while, you feel me? But again, here I am. I'm just like everybody else, you know? You get to do slightly doper shit, but it's like what you giving up for that. What I'm giving up for it now is way less because it's on my terms, and it take a little bit more of my efforts versus staying on the clock 16 hours a day. That's not the way to earn. It's not real. Like, you're selling your time.
Oh, for sure. So I was asking you that because I was gonna ask you what were the characteristics of you and your fiance that are like, this is the one, since you were making that. What were the characteristics that she had then and now? Would that be different if you did not meet her and you're now on the dating market now? Would you have picked her? If you didn't know her before and you had the money you had now, you didn't have your kid or whatever, would you still pick her?
Yeah. This man gotta go home now.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Like, I would, though. It's like, I think I have a type. You know, well, like the wild shit on Twitter, I said, men got a type. Good girls and hoes. So it's like, you kind of like one version of this and one version of this. And look, there's no such thing as good girls. It's a spectrum. However a woman wants to live her life.
No, yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we still got some of that old mindset, but we're growing out of it. Yeah, y'all gotta give us, you know, late 80s, early 90s babies a chance to adjust.
I'm holding on to my traditional.
Yeah, but I'm still holding on to mine. But I look, we want everybody to be comfortable. But for sure, like,
we ain't shaming no modern people.
When I say good girl, I mean you're ideal for a wife. I'll say that. And she fits that no matter what. So we met like that. I would be looking for that type of person anyway. I like somebody to balance me out. Like, I've always been popular and always because of rap shit, and just like growing up being popular in high school and shit. So it's like a feeling of people can like you for this.
Yeah.
And she's one of them type of people who's like go around that. You know what I'm saying?
She don't care about.
Like, I would think that like Savannah is like that for LeBron. Where it's like, yeah, you can have any woman you want, but it's like she's there for a reason because she probably understand him on a different level, or it's just a piece when he's with her that nobody ain't gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of dudes like that. A lot of these guys go back and get the person they related to the most, and the ones who you kind of see just looking for the hot girls is the motherfuckers who probably didn't have any growing up. They trying to experience something. Same with these young niggas blowing his money. They got to go through their phase of just seeing it stupid. You know, so.
Minigame,
right? I know he's a wholesome man. I have these like real questions, but we still have to run these questions. So we have mini game. So we're going to play a shot game.
We interrupt this program to bring you.
The point is to not take any shots.
Okay.
Everyone's took a shot so far that's been on this show. So let's see
Everybody
if you're
got shot.
So let's see if you feel kind of bad now because I know you got a fiance. All that.
Take it easy.
So no disrespect. Okay, let's start with something small. What is the most you spent on a present for a girl? You have a fiance? I mean, if you were single, like, your whole fiance might be her whole ring. So.
You don't want to.
Yeah, right. So that's that. But like, let's say if I was dating.
Well, wifey gonna get mad? Don't even think about it.
Even with that, it's crazy because it's never like a huge gift. I'm more of the type of dude like experience. So like, we'll go out and it's like, you ain't gotta stick to just like, oh, I got one shot, or you know, we're gonna have fun. So like maybe something like that.
Well, so it's the
200-300 like in a day of just like us hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to most people, but to me it's like once you're already having fun, you're already having fun. So, or whatever that number would get to, whatever I can afford at the time, I would do. Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
Oh my God!
We have a nice 1800 shot for you. Coconut.
Yes, I have cheated.
Okay.
On the test before.
Got him!
Oh my
and you know what? I should apologize to that teacher.
This is what we not have to fucking do.
That was.
Hey, that fuck came on nigga.
This is what we not
Morally, you should not cheat on tests because Tests are there for a reason.
Have you ever cheated on your girlfriend?
Yes, because if you pay another woman attention, that's cheating.
Not you, babe. This was past relationship.
So you know what? If I looked at somebody, I count that as cheating. And I'm sorry.
With his old girlfriend.
But that's
his old woman.
I'm gonna go past this one because
He ain't never looked at another. He ain't never seen these hoes. Since he been with us, babe, he ain't never seen these hoes. These hoes been invisible.
I got blind. I'm looking like this now.
Stop the cap.
People gotta go home, Angel.
All right.
Have you ever had any sexual relationships with any of your homies' exes or girls?
You on your own up there.
Yeah. I had a blessing. So, okay. I guess. Like, go for it.
She blessed me that time for one time.
Okay. Have you had more protected sex or unprotected sex?
Damn. I'm gonna say unprotected. I'm gonna be real. Fuck it.
That boy ducking no fade. That boy ain't
drink.
ducking no question.
Okay, last one.
I tweet like this. They probably had a side bet. You should have took a side bet like, yeah.
Okay, last question. And you might be the first person on the show so far.
Oh, shit.
You about to come up.
Yeah, we
come up with a new question real quick.
I was going to say the one that you told me. Never mind. We'll cut that part out.
Damn, I forgot.
Have you ever paid someone for sex because that's what they did for a living?
They ain't gotta do what they do for a living.
Hell yeah.
Rent
That's
could've
what
been
all
doing.
of them do for a living.
Holy Jesus.
Fuck yes. I paid a lot.
We put it out there.
I'm writing it off for
What y'all know about to do on my show?
We put it out there. This is what's going on in the world.
That was easy. Yes.
So
y'all pay.
This going on in the
Talking
world.
about this is not what women do for a living.
Like literally pay.
Women,
At
yeah,
times.
women with jobs. They be having jobs too.
They got a whole job on paying your shit. How was the lights on before?
Y'all see Asia's face? We gonna zoom in on Asia's face because she ain't believe
Cause
it.
y'all fucking
She didn't believe this is the real world out here.
y'all fucking trying.
You know, Asia, she grew up watching Disney Channel and people was falling in love and living happily ever after.
I understand what the fuck you saying, but you know what the fuck I'm saying. We're not gonna get
Look,
on my
you
show.
gotta call a spade a spade.
Hey,
Y'all smashed last night, and you wake up, honey, I need 200 because these new slides just
bruh.
He's gonna give it, but I don't think your coworker can necessarily ask your husband for 200 because them same transaction ain't, transpiring the same way. You feel me? That's just the.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you have it. Go ahead.
We all pay. We all overpay.
Overpay?
Yeah, we need to unionize the prices together.
What's the name of the union?
The Women for 40 union. Let's see how far we can make this 40 stretch again. Make the 40
Kevin,
again.
Kevin said they hit the wall at 30. How you feel about that? A woman hits the wall in her 30s.
Yes, they do. No, look, it's controlled. You can still be like, can I say bitch? And bad bitch? You can still be a bad bitch and even bad as you go. The hype leaves. Because, we call it the factory. The factory is always putting them out. You know what I'm saying? And
How old is Holly Berry?
We ain't talking about Holly, baby.
We
No
talking
disrespect, Holly. We love you, baby.
But she's a competitor.
We ain't
She's a
talking-
legend.
we
That's
ain't
the
talking
thing.
about you.
We definitely not talking about
We idolize you.
She's a competitor because she make money. Like, a lot of money.
Yeah, no, care about that.
Correct. So she shouldn't be the special one that we're talking about. She's still female.
It's a lot of
That's
myths out
above
there.
30 that has not hit her wall.
You can. If you let life wear you out, you're gonna hit that wall. But for men,
for you,
it kicks up at 30. Shit get real fun. You got your money, your beard is less patchy.
I can't wait, goddamn.
You got the grown man weight, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe I just been fucking with the.
I already bought my ticket. 30. I can't wait for 30.
Where you going?
Hey, well, I'm not going.
See?
That's the question.
He already plots. He already ahead of the game.
So you want me to repeat it again? You're saying women hit their wall at 30.
Yes, and I would say in the sense of when do women start checking for Denzel Washington? At 125-year-old Denzel. It was about 35. So I'm saying that, but
you're comparing,
right? But then
I'm asking you
with, let's say, just in Hollywood, the people they put in front of us, women, they usually they get you when you're 23, and it's like that's the peak. Well, I guess not at the peak, but like 25, 26, 27. Then it's on you if you're gonna keep this pace up. But it seems like it's how people, I guess Hollywood markets women. They just kind of
white women, black women only get better with time.
But that's the truth, and they get finer too.
So we're not gonna say.
I don't know about
the ones.
Some.
The ones that live good, eating right, not stressed, drinking their water, all that. They look.
We can't say the woman 31 looking better than she was at 21.
Some do.
And she was taking care of herself well at 21 and 31.
Most women.
I'm not saying that she's less valuable. I'm just saying that she didn't look the same.
I'm saying a hype dies down for women as they go into their 30s, and you can still be a high value woman in your 30s, no matter what. I'm just saying it's boys against men when you're in your 20s, and then you get some of that man shit in your 30s, and now you're really competing. And coming, I don't like young girls, but coming out of high school, going into college, now they're looking at you, and the women who's already going on to their 30s and 40s, they looking at you. Now you hot shit to everybody. Grown women not necessarily always looking at young boys. And these young girls are like, oh, I want an older man to lead me. So now you're in that sweet spot where it's just like, oh shit, later everybody checking for me. I'm everybody work husband. Because I dress fly, you feel me? And I got the parking spot.
Debatable.
This is bullshit.
That wasn't the question.
Everybody always
the question wasn't.
Can't wait to get me a 35-year-old wife.
Better in their 30s or women. The question was
the get with her at a certain age and rock
hit their wall at 30.
Yeah, I feel like
not compared to men. Not who these women are checking for, who they not checking for.
Nobody's checking for women.
Women hit their wall, their value. Wall. Their wall at 30.
I put it like this. The amount of options that a woman has on a Friday, Saturday night at 22 years old.
Saying some shit.
Versus the amount of opportunity she got on who she decided to let her take her at 10 years later is a big difference. Without talking about value or putting any adjectives on it, let's all agree that there is a big difference.
It's a lot more going on. It's a lot more psychological. Is it too late for me to have a child? Did I have a child too early? Now, it's like those, the 30 to 40 is the years y'all think about bullshit. Man, we just get beat up the whole 20s and then it'll be over. But it's like y'all shit is in y'all 30s.
Y'all beat up years.
Oh, am I getting fat? Am I this? Y'all go through y'all shit that we never care about. Like, can I make that clear? Like, you gain more weight, we kind of like that, as long as it's going in the right places.
Not Kevin Samuels. This is the first thing he asked you. How tall you are? Y'all king now.
You want a physically attractive woman now.
How tall are you? Nah, we don't gain weight. The fuck? No, that's not.
But that's something women might be subconscious of, and I'm like,
or society has told us that.
Again,
no real nigga ever stop. Like, you know what? Ain't no real nigga.
Alright. Okay.
That was like, you know what, man? You put on like 10 pounds.
Yeah, like if your husband get like, or if he was in shape when y'all met, like a kind of like, you maybe say like 215, that type of thing. Okay. And then he turned into the 230 nigga who still work out, but now you got the little grown man front end. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't out of shape. That you okay with that? Yeah. Same way we like, yo, I met my girl, she was like 110, and now she's like 130, and I'm like, I like how this shaping up. You feel me? I grew with this. I like that. And she said the same thing about me. So Nobody cares about that shit. It is like a society, you looking at TV and what's going on in the real world ain't lining up with, TV. It's like, oh, am I getting fat? It's like, I wasn't complaining yesterday. Not complaining now. Like, nah, I'm gonna go work out. I'm like, okay. Go ahead, honey. You learn that too. Like, go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. You say so. That sounded nice. I hope so.
Did he just get through?
Huh?
He just got through without getting shot?
Yeah, he did.
I'm a legend.
First time. Podcast history, huh?
We would have like a little boat for you or something, but we didn't think he was gonna get through it. So, here's your imaginary...
We got a digital belt.
Belt. There you go.
Being the first person to get through without taking a shot, just throw it in the other guy's face. I'm gonna take a shot.
I like that. Talk your shit.
That's the type of energy I like to bring to the table.
I like that.
You know I give it up on Twitter and shit. I'm about, step it up a notch.
Shout out your Twitter. That's so wild, so crazy.
Yo, so my Twitter handle is Ranso, RANSO _AK. Or you search Black Caesar. That's what it says there. And it's just a very fun place. Especially if you like sarcasm and a good joke and somebody who's just gonna say anything, but also give you some dope shit, some stock tips. Me and my guys, shout out to Roots Collective, Zabo and Danny, Munch, Steve, my brother Motive, all of us. We also give a lot back to the community. Like we have our facility down there is not only just a production studio, but one of our partners, Rena, shout out to Rena, she runs the Village Fridge, where she feeds over 100 people a day.
Shout out to Rena.
Our brothers Armin and Phil, they setting up something. I don't know if I'm giving too much info, but it's something community based too. That's gonna be something the community need. I don't know if they want me to say it yet.
Are we getting some exclusive right now?
You know what I'm saying? No, I just don't know how much they divulge.
Yeah, okay.
World premiere right here.
It's something that we just got a little location where we like to, give back to the community. So on my Twitter, you'll see everything. Just come there and just enjoy it. If I say some crazy shit, like if a lot of people think I support Trump, I support...
People think you support... I'm sorry. Because if you do, I'm sorry.
I support what Trump did for the stock market.
Okay.
Because he got a lot of my niggas rich. And we have a weird, new, not Republican, but just we was fucking with the money. He was an idiot. But that motherfucker got a pump, and that did more for my family than just going back to some bullshit. I didn't have to fuck with him. He didn't fuck with me. He didn't throw us in jail. He actually freed some niggas. He freed Yak, which was a major thing.
Yeah, so did.
A lot of the stupid racial shit, that was him playing his cards wrong, because he's not a fucking politician. He had somebody who's like, yo, the racist niggas like me? Fuck it, I'm gonna double down on the racist niggas. Even though I was partying with Diddy and Nelly and all these niggas for years and years. I'm playing a role. Cool, I get all that. But that motherfucker made the stock jump crazy. And that Trump Pump Fridays, got me plenty of tomahawk steaks and lobster, and made my family have a great time. So, he's a great guy in that regard.
Take a shot to that.
Shout out to Trump pumping the market. Biden, you on the fucking clock. You got 24 hours. Sleepy Joe, let's get it cracking.
Do y'all feel like having this guy as president, is we in a better situation? We in a worse situation?
I have a theory that he's here to facilitate whatever this rough shit we finna go through as just a placeholder. Cause this finna get fucked up some kind of way. And that's just it. He's gonna be whatever, but like you said, I feel like some war shit coming. And realistically, I don't support Trump. I'm not really into politics and backing motherfuckers like that. I would say we did kind of make it through where it was kind of just calm. It was just stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like racism and shit coming back up. War is different. Motherfuckers gotta go lose their life about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fan of that. This whole shit with Palestine and we still got problems back here. So hopefully this motherfucker can do something to stop some of it, but it might be crazy. It might be buying more bags of rice and beans and shit, more guns and getting Jeeps. And let's go buy some land.
You said that.
We definitely gotta buy land. We're trying to set that up where everybody just like, it might not be the fucking investment that take you to the moon, but at least like we'll collectively all just own some land or some shit like that. And then we'll figure out what the fuck we do with it later.
Yeah, that's the biggest, that's the most important thing in the power structure. You ain't got no land, you don't have no fucking, like, you don't have shit.
Yeah, we're gonna start our own fucking town somewhere and just have all the resources and shit and make it dope. And it can still be like Real Housewives. Like we have all the luxury shit. You know, we could do, that shit is all realistic. It might not be in a day, but you know, it's a lot of money out here.
Any lasting words? Any lasting words for people out here?
Live free, do what you want to do. Whatever the fuck you love doing could make you a millionaire anyway. So don't fucking go to school for criminal justice, black people. Stop doing that shit. It's stupid. You don't even want to. We get treated like criminals, and we like being in the streets. Why the fuck are we going to school for that? Do whatever the fuck you like doing. You like making clothes, you like doing a podcast. All $1 billion industries.
Tim, you have any lasting words?
You know I do. First, I gotta say, the world is poly. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just, if you part of that poly nation, be honest with what's going on here in the streets.
I support this, brother. From a distance.
I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. I'm just trying to tell the people what's going on out here. I ain't spreading my opinion. I ain't trying to share my perspective, y'all. I'm just coming to bring the facts to y'all.
Ain't enough good black men to go around.
Hey, 9 to 1. 9 to 1, that ain't with good black men. That's just with melanin and a penis. Y'all outnumber them 9 to 1. So it's gonna be a lot of ladies, lonely women if y'all don't get right. But as far as today's topic, the only thing I gotta say is, y'all niggas, like, think, bro. Don't just think for tomorrow. Don't just think for next week. Think for like 10 years from now. Cause when I was in your situation, like, I feel you, bro. Like 25, that shit don't even sound like, bitch, I ain't finna live to be no fucking 20. Like, I get it, bro. But like, all you gotta do, bro, is stay with the police, nigga that tell, dodge bullets. That's it, bro. You don't gotta be a millionaire. You could literally work a little piss poor ass job, bro. This man is telling you, like 30 years old. Hey, life. It's life. You know what I'm saying? It's life out here to live, bro. Sit your young ass down. You don't need $30,000 to be sitting in your motherfucking underneath your mattress at 18 years old. Calm your young ass down.
Go to Jamaica. Go see the world. It'll change your perspective, especially with me living somewhere else. And then when you get back home, you'll be like, you know what? That's stupid. I don't need a bottle in the club. You know? When a flight, that bottle costs the same amount as a flight to somewhere I ain't never been.
Asia, what you got for the people?
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say, women, you do not have to share your king. Don't have to. Don't have to. But what that does mean, you need to have all the characteristics to be a queen. Along with our subject, find you a man that's in the stocks, so y'all can be all going to Disney World and whatnot, and meditating.
Get you a stock,
or
nigga.
if you believe that you don't need a man, you know, do it yourself. I'm all advocating for women to get their own money. My name is Asia.
That's your boy Toon, man. See what I gotta deal with.
Ranso.
And you are now listening to I Hate It Here podcast.
Well, fucked up people talk about fucked up problems.
Because therapy is too fucking expensive.
Yes, sir.